Hi, how are you? So today I'm going to show you how I got this makeup look right here. That was my first ever intro for a makeup tutorial. So cute. 7 years later, I decided to sit down and film my first ever makeup look, and I actually really love how it came out. This was actually my second video ever on YouTube, sitting on my mom's floor in Jackson, New Jersey in 2011 with $0 to my name. I was working 3 jobs. I had no idea where my life was going to go at that point. You know, you're so young, but you feel like you're an adult and you feel so much older. And I was still in college at the time, and I was going for business, but I knew like I really loved makeup. And like I said, I really had no idea where life would take me. So to sit here and to recreate this look 7 years later is a little emotional for me, because it is so crazy. And to look back at how far I've come, and you know, to think about my journey so far, it's just amazing. And without any of you guys, like, none of this would even be possible. So thank you for helping make all of my dreams come true. And I just wanted to say, if there's anything in life that you really truly love, go for it and never give up on your dreams, because anything really is possible if you believe it. I was tired of where my life was going, and I was so stressed out at that time, and I decided to take a chance, and I decided to change my life like in an instant, and I went for it. And you know, people made fun of me. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you filming yourself? It doesn't make sense. But I just continued to do it, and I followed what I loved, which was my passion, which was makeup and hair and beauty. And you know, I was and still am a very self-conscious person. I'm sure some of you will be like, no way, but it's true, I really am. And for me, makeup was a way to help myself feel better on the inside. Like little tips and tricks that really helped me on the outside, in turn helped me on the inside, and it helped me grow as a person. So I still have that same love that I had 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, and I'm just honored to be sitting here today to be recreating this look. And the fact that my channel is still growing and you guys are still interested in all my content just means the absolute world to me. So I love you guys so much, and if you want to see me create my first ever makeup look, which is this one right here, then please keep watching. Okay guys, let's watch it. First, let me just say, this beauty, the way I did it with the lips, that looks really cute. And I know for sure I made this on paint. Do you guys remember paint? I used to make all my little things on there, which is so funny. Well, first of all, the music was just a tad loud. I don't even know how anybody heard me. And then I have these beautiful little slides that I added in. I also made those on paint. I don't know why. I thought that would be a good idea to like write everything that I did down instead of talking through it. But again, it was my first ever tutorial before tutorials were like a thing. Also, this music is definitely copyrighted, so I might have to like mute some of it. What's so funny is right when I was moving, I actually threw out these MAC palettes, which I went to look because I was like, can you imagine I still have them 7 years later? But I actually did get rid of them. They were all kinds of gross, and again, 7 years old. So I don't have them, but I figured for today's look I would use the Modern Renaissance palette. I applied false Ardell lashes before the tutorial, hence my wispies. I've always been a wispy girl, like forever. So I applied those before as directed. Apply eyeshadow base. I use my concealer stick. Oh, can't forget that. So what's so funny is my mom was over and we were watching the video with Moo, and somehow we ended up scrolling back. I think I was like, she asked me how many videos I had. So I went to like the video area, and somehow I ended up like back to my first ever video. So we watched it and we were cracking up. So I thought, what better time than 7 years later than to create my first ever makeup video. About a year ago, before my mom moved, I did recreate my first ever actual video, which was how to curl your hair with a straightener. So before my mom moved out of that house, I sat in the same exact spot and filmed that video, which was really special for me. So if you guys want to see that one, I got that one right here as well. So now that we have put the concealer, we are gonna take just like an eyeshadow brush. I used to use MAC, but I have been obsessed with Sigma forever now, plus they are cruelty free, and I love the rose gold about them. So this is the Sigma F70, and I used White Frost by MAC on my entire eyelid and brow bone. So in place of that, I'm going to take Tempera from the Modern Renaissance palette. Let's just talk about my weird tip number one. It's actually like so freaking hilarious, and the fact that this is even up on YouTube is just so embarrassing. So my weird tip was, if you lick the makeup brush before you use the shadow, you'll notice the color comes out much darker. Did you guys know this? What's funny is, like, obviously yes, that is actually a thing that you can do. Is it sanitary? Probably not. I used to do other people's makeup during this time, and I promise you I did not lick my brushes before applying anything on their eyes, because that's just weird and creepy. But I used to take my Starbucks, and the sweat from the side of it, I would wipe my brush on to get like wet. Obviously nowadays we have setting sprays. Probably back then you did too, but like I said, these were just tricks that I was trying to share with you guys that worked for me. I never went to school for makeup. I never was like taught anything. I never like really saw any videos, maybe a few before I started, but like nothing really that taught me any tricks other than my own. So I was just trying to share my knowledge. And listen, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I still do lick my makeup brush if I don't have a setting spray in front of me, because listen, it works. And if it's your own brushes and they're clean and it's going on your face, whatever, I'm sure someone's gonna yell at me about that. But I mean, sometimes we don't have a setting spray handy, so it's just hilarious that not only do I mention the weird trick, I show myself like, so let's see. Let's see if I do it now. Yep, there she goes. Fuck it.
I don't know what I'm
And then my cute little mommy walked in, which is so funny. And now I know like why I used to always do it silent, because, and I'm still the same way, I can't have anybody around while filming, and I've always been like that, and I still to this day am like that. I just had my sister go out and get pet food and go stop at the food store to grab some water, because I can't film when other people are around, even my mom, anybody. So now step 2 says to grab Samoa by MAC, which I feel like Raw Sienna is probably really similar to that. Oh no, we're using that same brush. We're not even going in with a blending brush. So we're gonna apply the Raw Sienna. So next I went in with the Maybelline Natural Smokes Quad. That baby is long gone. I don't know, let's see what I do with it, because it's the brush it's telling me to use. I don't know how I feel about using that brush. I don't have one. I have this guy I'll use. This one I use usually to contour my nose. This is the Sigma E45. Let's see what I do. Can you tell that was one of my favorite palettes ever? Looks like someone took a bite out of it. Oh, this is good. Alright, so then my sister came in, my cute little sister, and I'm grabbing something. I guess I didn't tell you another weird tip, but I'm gonna take something to draw a straight line. And I'm picking up Cypress Umber with, you know what? Brush is like closer, maybe this one's closer, the Morphe E18. So what I would always do is, I always like to do like a bottom shadow on my lower lash line. So I would always hold this up to where I would put that bottom shadow and then leave it like right there, because I always like to attach like the bottom to the outer V because I think it looks better. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And we're gonna go out in like a point. I must say, in this tutorial, I really like my hair, and I kind of miss those layers that I used to do all the time. What do you guys think? Should I do it again? My mom was like, cut your hair, cut your hair. And I'm like, no, it's not your hair. You don't understand. Like, I don't want to cut it. I just kind of wanted your guys' opinion. What do you think? I'm obviously not going to cut the length, but should I cut layers again? I'm going to go in with like a, which one, Morphe 433. And just kind of blend a little bit. I didn't even give myself a chance to explain because I said to grab a blending brush and to blend that brown. So, you see? Still got the same tricks up my sleeve. 7 years later. Also, could I have been sitting any closer to the camera? It's so funny because it's kind of slowed down. I guess people realize, like, obviously I didn't. But so many people thought I had a nose job, and when I was watching some of my old videos, like, I totally understand, like, why people would think that. But I also used to, like, teach people how to contour their nose, and I would contour it, like, on the sides. Like, now I bring it up on the top so it looks thinner, where I used to do it on the sides, so it made it look a lot more wide. This is a Wayne Goss 05 brush, and we're going back in with Raw Sienna, and we're just gonna draw this crazy long line because that's what I did. Because we're trying to fly away with this winged shadow. I actually kind of like it. Look at me in 2011, my tricks. And then it's saying to go in with a black shade. So I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Soft Glam palette, my fluffy brush, and the color Noir. We're just gonna take a little bit, and this is gonna go right in the outer V, as I mentioned. So now step 7 says to line your lower lash line with a black eyeliner. I just looked and I really don't know where any of my black eyeliners are. So I'm gonna use the black shadow and the brush. I just personally like that better anyway. So I'm gonna use my Anastasia number 12. Oh, this is actually number 14 eyebrow brush. I'm just gonna highlight my nose really quick. I'm gonna take Vermeer. I did not used to highlight my nose during this time. I just feel like incomplete without it. And then I'm gonna go actually back in and I'm gonna grab Cypress Umber and just blend that a little bit because I like a smoky lower lash line. I don't really like even using eyeliner or anything too thin under my eyes. It's just personal preference. Grabbing a little bit of Rustic as well, it's just a lighter brown. I'm putting that right below it. So next it says, in your inner bottom lash line, fill it in with a white eye pencil. This will make your eyes appear bigger. So this is a trick that I've actually always done, and it's so funny seeing it in my first ever video because I didn't remember like when I actually started doing it. So I am gonna take this white eyeliner and fill in my eyes. So then I said to blend the lower lash line, which I already did. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm not giving myself enough credit in 2011. So next I say to use a shader brush and MAC Frozen White pigment, which I actually still have, but since I'm cruelty free now, we're gonna supplement it with the color Vermeer, which I use on my nose, which is like an icy white as well, so it's perfect. And we're gonna use this in our tear duct, which will help open up your eyes as well. Step 10 is to, this doesn't make sense, using the liner that comes with the Maybelline gel liners, line your lash line with the darkest brown and the Natural Smokes Quad. So let's see what that is. Maybe a brush? Oh, I see. So do you guys remember like the little gel eyeliners? It would come with that tiny little brush. So that's what I was using with an eyeshadow for eyeliner apparently. I was wondering if I even put eyeliner on. So I'm going to take, okay, this is a Morphe E35 that has been through a lot. We'll just say that, a lot. We're going to use him. So it's definitely like less harsh than a real eyeliner. I kind of like this little trick. So step 11 says to apply any lip gloss of your choice. I use the pink color from Beauty Addicts. Apply mascara to upper and lower lashes. So I just like cheated a little bit and went forward, and I didn't show myself using mascara, which is interesting, but I'm gonna use the Flower Beauty Lash Warrior. Put the mascara. A little trick, if you guys don't follow me, I'm gonna take a little bit of loose powder and apply it under my eyes. I really love the Buxom for my lower lashes for some reason. So I didn't use a lip liner, but I'm gonna use one because that's how you make your lips look bigger without lip fillers. And then I'm gonna go in with my Jouy lip cream in the color Blush. Hi, Chai. Okay, I'll pet you. Hi, Chai. Hi. What are you doing, Mommy? What are you doing? So this actually isn't even a gloss. I thought it was. So let me throw a little, oops. Careful, Mommy. Let me throw a little gloss on this. Come here. I know. I have to grab a gloss. Help me grab a gloss. Which gloss should I pick? I'm gonna grab Neat Freak Ultra Glossy Lip. What? And I'm gonna do a little blush. You guys know I'm a weirdo and I love a lot of blush. That was it. That is my recreation of my first ever makeup tutorial. I actually really like this makeup look, I must say. I still get a kick out of watching some of my old videos because it's 7 years and that is so long. It's crazy because it doesn't feel that long, and to think that I've kind of like grown up and had like all of my 20s on YouTube, it's just so crazy. I'm about to be 28 this year. I'm about to be 28 in like 16 days. What's today? Is today the 2nd? I'm about to be 28 in 15 days. That's nuts. It's so crazy because I don't know where the time goes. I still feel like I'm like 21, 22, but clearly I'm not. But it was so fun to recreate this makeup look today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I want to say thank you to everyone who has stuck by me through the years, especially the ones that have been there since day one. I love you guys so much, and it's just, I'm so honored to be in this position and to be still doing what I love 7 years later. 7 years! So I will stop rambling now, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. You guys gotta see Chai right now, she's too much.
Chai? Chai, what you doing, Mommy? You sitting on your tushy mushy?
Did I interrupt something here? Bowie, what's cuter than 2 kitties? 3 kitties, Cinna.